Hey Polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wildman Lacquer. In today's video I have another mystery box for you guys. This is another one where someone reached out to me and offered me a box. Now she had a number of polishes available. She let me choose between a small or a medium-sized box, and then once she was starting to pack she realized she actually had enough for a large flat rate box. So that's what I have for you today. This is going to be about 60 polishes for $90. So a great bargain. Thank you as always to the sellers for reaching out to me. These are always super fun for me to unbox. So I'm excited to see what we have. I believe that these are all indies, but I could be mistaken. So I'm curious to see what we're going to find. Let's go ahead and dig in. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right off the bat, I'm seeing enchanted polishes. I am super excited about that. I believe she did ask me if I had any from a certain year range with enchanted polishes. She included some. I'm really excited about that. Okay, in fact, we're just going to dive right in. What do we have? December 2014. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, I think these were sort of like polish of the months. Ooh, and a lot of these I definitely don't have. So we are starting off with a beautiful blue. It looks like you've got some hollow in here. I'm seeing iridescent flakies. Look at that glow. Wow, this is beautiful. So you definitely see the rainbow from the holographic in there, and I think you can see that blue glow from a shimmer in there. And then I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera or not, but if you can see little purple or pink twinkles in there, there's a little bit of like an iridescent microflaky in there. That's going to add some beautiful twinkle to the nail. And this is definitely one that I don't have, so we are adding this to the collection for sure. That is Enchanted Polish, December 2014. We are off to a great start. Number 2, the second one from May 2014. Very nice. Ooh, we've got a beautiful orange. So this actually seems to be in basically the same formulation as December. You have that beautiful holographic base, and then there are some little iridescent flakies in there. Very beautiful. This is a gorgeous shade of orange. I would classify this kind of more on the summer shade, on the summer lineup of oranges. And this is a beautiful color. The flashes from the hollow really catch the light nicely, and this is another one that I definitely don't have, so we are going to add that to the collection for sure. That was Enchanted Polish, May 2014. Willa is already asking to be let in. We have been rearranging the house, so I thought she might still be distracted enough about the change-ups in the rooms, but apparently not. Okay, the next up, still going through the Enchanteds. I can't believe I'm saying that. There are at least 5 total. Very impressed. So this next one is called Petal. Ooh, who do we have here? Oh, how pretty. So this looks to be a cream formula. Like I said on the box, this one is called Petal. This is beautiful. I don't think I have any creams from them. I could be mistaken. Most of the polishes that I have from Enchanted, I think, are more of a special formula. What, baby girl? Oh, yeah. She's apparently very perturbed that I'm not paying attention to her right now. Yeah? Oh. Oh, love. Oh, love. But this is a really beautiful shade of pink. It's a bit on the deeper side and maybe a little bit dusty. So I am curious how this will compare to the lineup of other pinks that I have in this color family. I would almost call this like a fuchsia shade of pink. Really pretty though. I am very curious to try this and see how their cream formula is. So that one was Petal. That is going in the collection as well. All right, next up I see one from Holiday 2013. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is going on 10 years old. Ooh, look at this one. So this one appears to be almost like a deep raisin color. Really? Oh yeah, she's going to be a chatterbug. So this has more hollow in it. This is a really beautiful shade. I could definitely see this working nicely for fall and winter. This is gorgeous, and it's definitely another one that I don't have, so I'm very excited to add this to my collection. I mean, look at that hollow. Wow. This is really pretty. Let's take a look at it on the brush. Get a better look at that shade of like raisiny deep plum. That's very, very nice. Gorgeous color. So that one was Holiday 2013, going in the collection, just in case that wasn't clear. All right, next. Oh, there's another one hidden down there. So that's at least 6 Enchanteds. Wow. Thank you. Next up, we have Ice Castle. Now, this is the first one I think I might have. I'll have to double check on my collection, but I think I do have this one. So this is a really beautiful topper. It is full of a slightly larger, like glass fleck shimmer particle that shifts between pink, purple, and blue depending on the light. You've got hollow in there. This one is absolutely gorgeous. So if I don't have this in my collection, it's definitely going to be added. If I do, we'll have to see if I love this enough to add a backup bottle. I really don't see myself going through that many polished bottles completely, given how large my collection is at this point. But this one has a load of beautiful shifts. In fact, there's even more in person that I'm seeing that I don't think are coming across on camera. As I'm twirling the bottle, I'm seeing gold and green pop up as well. Really, really stunning. So that one was Ice Castle, the first one that I need to check on. All right, we are going to finish it up with this last Enchanted. Again, a huge thank you to the seller for including so many of these. I was only expecting at most a couple, but this one is called Regal. Ooh, I wonder if this is a purple. It is! Oh my goodness, look at this shade. Holy moly. This kind of color is beautiful. This is a like bright but dark shade. And while it is a purple, there's somewhat of a like pinch of blue to this, and I absolutely love that. This shade is gorgeous. Cannot wait to see how this one swatches. I will have to compare this to a few of the other colors in this color family that I might own in my collection, but again, I'm curious to try the cream formula from Enchanted, especially since you can't get them anymore. So that one is Enchanted Polish Regal, another gorgeous color, and one that I definitely don't have. We are already off to a fantastic start with all of those Enchanted. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. I think this one might be, oh, I was actually going to say Glam, but I think I see a cupcake label. So this one is called Miami, and look at this color. So I am curious if this is going to lean more orange or gold. It's one of those shades of orange that does have a lot of gold in it. That I believe is the hollow, but I'm also seeing a gold wash of maybe like a shimmer that's in there. I don't think I have this one. I am very curious about the color. I do love oranges. Look at that hollow. So I'm not really sure what shade I would call this, but it is a beautiful color. I will definitely be playing around with this, and I don't think it's one that I own either. So again, off to a great start. That was Cupcake Polish Miami, going in the collection. Next up, who do we have? I think this one might be maybe Night Owl. No, Emerald and Ash. So this one is called Ash and Emerald by Emerald and Ash. So I'm still not 100% sure where this brand comes from. I have a couple of bottles from them that I got through another D-stash, and I still don't really know if it's like an indie brand or a boutique brand or a mainstream brand. I really have no idea, but it is very chic looking, nice square bottles like you get from Ethereal and Night Owl Lacquer. So this one is a very interesting shade. I think the base is a gray color. You've got a green shimmer, and then you do have some small flakies in there that I'm seeing mainly as a blue, but I do see some shifts to pink in a few of them. So we'll have to see how this ends up looking on the nail. This could look very moody. And it's one that I don't think I have. I will have to double check on the ones that I do have from this brand, but I don't think this is one that I have already. So we're going to add that to the collection. That is Ash and Emerald by Emerald and Ash. Next up, ooh, we've got one from Smitten. Ooh, a dark green. So this one is called Between the Baubles. Look at the hollow on this one. Wow. So the shade of this green is very interesting. It's not quite a blackened base, but it definitely isn't a bright summer or spring green. It is kind of like a deep, I don't know, like forest green. You've got a load of that hollow that seems to lean a bit on the gold side, but this is really, really neat. I don't think I have a holo in this deep of a green in this particular shade, so I am curious to see how it will compare to the rest of my holo collection. And this is a stunning color, and it's definitely one that I don't have, so we're going to add it to the collection. That is Smitten Polish Between the Bubbles. All right, next up, ooh, I think we have another cupcake polish. Ooh, and another holo. So this one is Chicago. I wonder if they came out with like a city collection that I am not remembering. But this is another one that I'm fairly certain I don't have. Again, we have a beautiful holographic from them. This is a stunning shade of pink. This shade of pink is definitely one that I enjoy, and this looks gorgeous. The holo is definitely packed in here, so I cannot wait to see how this compares to other shades of this kind of pink in my collection. But this is a beautiful one, so we're definitely adding that to the collection. That was Cupcake Polish, Chicago. Next up, I think this is a new to me brand. So this is from Squishy Face Polish, and this one is called Polaris 2.0. So yeah, definitely a new to me brand. This is another green holo, but let's just do a comparison real quick of the tone. By comparison, you can see the brightness but yellow lean to the one from Smitten, whereas by comparison Polaris 2.0 is more of that like blue leaning evergreen shade and a bit more on the dusty side. So definitely two different shades of green there, and this is definitely one that I could see myself wearing as well. Again, we have a beautiful holographic packed with that holo, and I want to say there might even be a little bit of a shimmer. Yeah, I think you're catching that on camera for sure, that little wash of gold. So I definitely want to give this a try. It's a beautiful polish and a new to me brand. So that was Squishy Face Polish Polaris 2.0. Next one. Ooh, we've got another one from Squishy Face. This one is a blue called Love in the Mist. So this, oh wow, you guys, this is beautiful. So the holo is kind of freaking my camera out, but look at that amazing holo. Wow. So this one has a very beautiful formulation. You've seen the holo, but there's more things in here. I'm seeing them in person, but I don't know if they're going to come across on camera. They're little twinkles of like a micro glitter or something in like a dark blue and maybe a silver. I don't know if they're going to come across because they are very small, but they are adding a beautiful twinkle to this polish. Wow, this is beautiful. So I'm definitely adding this to the collection. For this shade of blue in the holo, I think I may have at least a couple that might be comparable, so we'll have to see how they compare. But for the time being, it's another one that I'd like to add to my collection to at least swatch and see. That is our second bottle from Squishy Face, and it is called Love in the Mist. That is really, really stunning. Next up, who do we have here? Rika. I think this might be another new to me brand. I don't recall seeing this one before. So this one is called Black Baroness 2.0, and this is another holo. This one is a black holo. This one also has additional components that I think you might actually be seeing on camera. That blue that's flashing up, I'm not sure how much of that is the holo and how much of it is that additional component, but this has, I think, at least 3 components: the holo, the flakies, and then another wash of gold. So you have multiple things in here. This is really, really pretty. So I have been destashing quite a lot of my black holos. I ended up with quite a few that were from different indie brands and different mainstreams, and I just haven't worn them, but I do really like this one, so I want to compare it to the ones that I already have and see if it might replace one of them or if it's comparable to any of them, and just see how it lands. But this is another new to me brand, so curious to try the formula. That is from Rika, Black Baroness 2.0. All right, next one. Oh, I think this one might be another cupcake. Yeah, another cupcake. Ooh, look at that one. So we have another holo. We seem to have a theme here. This one is called Dallas. So this one seems to be another in the Cities collection, at least if there was a Cities collection. Either that or that's just completely coincidental that we have city names. But this is a really interesting shade of kind of like an orangey red. Again, it is jam-packed full of holo. I want to say this one has some little micro like golden flakes in there. This is a really pretty color. I don't think this is one that I have either. Now this particular color being in the red family, I'll have to see how I like it on me, and I will have to compare it to a few of the other reds or red oranges that I already have in my collection, because they definitely aren't a color family that I reach for as often, so I don't need as many as, say, my purples and berry shades. But I do like this one. We'll give it a try. And like I said, it's one that I don't have yet. So that one was Cupcake Polish Dallas. All right, next up, who do we have here? This is an interesting bottle. Oh, so I have at least one other bottle from this brand. Now, I don't think they make polish anymore because I haven't seen them in quite some time. And the bottle that I do have from them, I also got in a D-stash. If I'm mistaken about them not making polish, definitely let me know down below. But this is from Carpino October Cosmetics, and this one is called Rainbow Generator. Ooh, so someone was asking actually quite recently about what is my favorite silver holographic. I'll have to add this to my comparisons video that I have been in the works putting together. So far all I've done is compile the different silver holographics that I have in my collection, but we'll have to add this one and see how it compares. It is beautiful. These silver holographics definitely are eye-catching. You have the rainbow in the hollow, and then this one also appears to have a secondary flash in there from a shimmer. Again, I love the shape of this bottle, and I don't think I have that many from this brand. This might be only my second or third bottle, but this one I definitely don't have, so we're going to add that to the collection and to my silver holographic video. That one is a Carpino October Cosmetics Rainbow Generator. All right, next up, I think we've got another cupcake polish. Ooh, and a bright green. This is like a peridot green, and this one is called Denver. Okay, so another from what I'm calling the Cities collection. So yeah, this is like a peridot green. Again, absolutely jam-packed full of hollow. This is a really beautiful shade of green. I actually do like this brighter yellow leaning green as well, so I will be adding this to the collection as well. I don't think I have too many in this range of green in hollows, so it shouldn't really have that many to do any comparisons of, if any. So we will be adding that to the collection. That is a Cupcake Polish Denver. Next up, ooh, we've got another cupcake polish and another pink. Ooh, this one is called Los Angeles, another one in this city collection. So this one is another holographic. Look at this bright shade of pink. Okay, let's compare it to the other shade of pink, which was Chicago. Now, as you can see, they are completely different. They are in the same side of the color wheel, let's call it, but Los Angeles is definitely like a brighter, almost, what do you call that, neon leaning? It's definitely vibrant, like, I don't know, Barbie pink almost, whereas by comparison, the one from Chicago is a bit more on the muted side, maybe a bit more of an orchid color. So very beautiful, both different colors as well. And this is also in that shade range of pinks that I really enjoy. So we'll have to see how this compares to other pinks in this color range, because I do at this point have quite a few of them, but this is another one that I don't have. So we'll add that to the collection. That is Cupcake Polish Los Angeles. Next up, ooh, this is an interesting bottle. Oh, and it's another one from Carpino October Cosmetics. I have not seen this bottle before. Wow. This one is called Take a Drink, Michael. Wow, look at that. So this is also a black holographic, but let's compare it to the one from Rika. And these are pretty different. You have a different flash in the one from Rika. That has more like a blue flash, whereas the one from Carpino October has a warm wash to it, like a copper or red. So definitely different. We'll have to see how this one compares to the rest of my black hollows in my collection. I do really like that this has that warmth to it that I really don't think I have in other black hollows in my collection. This is a beautiful formula as well. I like the larger particle size that I don't know is coming across. There we go. So it's really, really pretty, and I honestly don't think it would really have much competition in my hollow, so it might come down to just if I like this one on, but we're definitely adding it to the collection to at least swatch and see. So that was Carpino October Cosmetics, Take a Drink, Michael. All right, next up, another one from Carpino October. Ooh, This is awesome. All right, so another one from Carpino October, and this one I don't think has a label, but look at this color. Oh my goodness. So this is like a deep midnight purple, and it's got hollow and purple micro flakies. There might even be like a silver or a shimmer. There's a lot going on in here. It is stunning. This is like a night sky, a galaxy on the nail. Wow, this is stunning. It's another one that I can't say 100% sure I don't have since there's no name, but like I said before, I don't really have too many from this brand, so I don't think I have this one already, so we're definitely adding it to the collection. This is amazing. So that is Carpino October Cosmetics, no name. Next one, ooh, I see Flinkies. Ooh, Indigo Bananas. Ooh, so this is another brand that I don't have too many from. This one is called Bonanza, and I don't think I have this one. Look at the colors in here. Wow. So this is a flaky, I'm going to guess topper. It does have like a lightly, I'm not going to quite call it a tinted base, but there is sort of a yellow hue to the base, but I don't think you're going to see any of that on the nail. But the shifts in these flakies are really, really pretty. The ones that are pressing against the glass that's facing me are coming across as like a rose color. Then you have like an indigo to aqua to green. These are gorgeous. So definitely adding this one to the collection. That was Indigo Bonanza. All right. Next one. Ooh, we have another Indigo Bananas. Ooh. So this one is called Moonlight, Clair de Lune. So this one is a like a mix between a gold and a silver. It's not a really yellow gold, but it does have some gold in there. There's also some iridescent flakies that I'm seeing as kind of like a light purple in there. This is interesting. Let's see if it is sheer. Yeah, I want to say this one might be sheer. And here on the brush, you can see a little bit more of that color. It's not a striking gold. It's more of like a white gold. I think I could see myself wearing this one. I could see this being a really beautiful topper over a lot of different colors. And it's another one that I'm fairly certain I don't have. So we're going to add that to the collection. That's another Indigo Bananas called Moonlight. Next one. Ooh, I think this is another new brand. So this one is called B2 Lacquer, and this is called Let's Celebrate. It's a limited edition, and it's another hollow, and it's purple. So this is definitely a new to me brand. I don't recall hearing about it before, but this is an absolutely gorgeous color. As a purple lover, you know I gotta love this shade. It is stunning. I cannot really ever get enough of purple hollows. I'm quite the sucker for them. I will at some point have to gather them and do some sort of a comparison and whittle my collection down if I can, but this is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to add this to the collection as well. That is B2 Lacquer. Let's Celebrate. Next up, ooh, okay, so this is from Bliss Polish. I think I have a couple from this brand. This one is called Yvette, and this is from the NGF collection. And this is an interesting color. So it's got hollow, but unlike the other colors that we've unboxed, this is more on the neutral side. I would almost call this like a latte color. It is a bit on the light tan side, so it might be a little bit too close to my skin tone. We'll have to see how it ends up looking, but we'll give it a shot. It's another one that I definitely don't have. So that is Bliss Polish Yvette. We'll swatch it and see. All right, next up, ooh, we've got another one from Bliss. This one is called Mimi, another from the NGF collection. And this is a beautiful shade of green. This is kind of like a jungle green. And then you have a scattering of hollow in here as well as a shimmer. This is a beautiful color and another one that I definitely don't have. I do love this shade of green. So we're going to add this to the collection. That is from Bliss Polish, Mimi. Next up, I'm seeing another purple. This one, ooh, this is from Bear Polish. This is another brand that I actually don't have too many from. In fact, I don't know 100% sure if I have any from them. If I do have any, it would have come from either D stashes or other mystery boxes. So I probably don't have this one. This one is called Maleficent. So yes, I definitely don't have this one. This is a beautiful shade of purple. This one sort of has like a brown lean in the base. Let's take a peek. Oh my goodness, look at this color. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Okay, this is gorgeous. This is definitely going to require swatching to see how it actually looks. But do you see that brown hue around the edges? That's really intriguing. I don't know if that's just part of the base maybe separating a little bit, or if that's actually part of the formula or what, but it's really, really pretty. The shade is absolutely gorgeous. Again, as a purple fan, you know I gotta love it. So we're definitely adding this to the collection. That is from Bare Polish, Maleficent. Next one. Ooh, we have another from Bare Polish. This one is called Thepons. And this is a beautiful shade of green. This again is another hollow, and then you have another particle in here. This one has those micro flakies or maybe a large shimmer particle. I don't know if that part is going to come across again because the hollow is usually pretty strong, but I think you can kind of see those speckles of blue on that side of the bottle. They do seem to shift. Yeah, I'm seeing like pinks and purples in them as well. There's also something in here, maybe the hollow, that has a shift to gold. This is really, really pretty. I don't think I have anything quite in this exact range of green. It's actually kind of difficult for me to pinpoint what I would call this. It's kind of got a pinch of blue to it. It's really, really pretty, and it's definitely one that I don't have, so we're going to add this to the collection as well. We are just on a roll. Wow. This one is another from Bare Polish called Thepons. One more in this first layer. Ooh, we have one from Alchemy Lacquers, and this one is called Silky Fur. And this one, what would I call this? Is this like a blackened base? Let's see. It's got a beautiful component mixture in here. Yeah, like maybe a charcoal gray base. Look at all the sparkles and twinkles. So I am seeing some like maybe micro glitters, some shimmer. There's purple and blue all in this deep gray base. This is really, really pretty. It's kind of in that range of polishes that I had been destashing probably, when was that, like 6 months ago or so, but I want to at least swatch this and see if those blues and purples come out. If it's not too hard to see them on the nail, this probably would be really pretty on, so we're going to try it. This is also another one that I'm fairly certain I don't have already, so that is Alchemy Lacquers Silky Fur. All right, so that was row number 1. On to level number 2. Ooh, who is this? I think we have another new brand. Wow. So this one is from Mod Lacquer. Definitely a new to me brand. Again, if any of these are brands that you're familiar with, definitely let me know down below. This one is called Streamlined. And we have another hollow, you guys. We have a lot of hollows in this box. This one is a deep teal, and it is, again, absolutely jam-packed full of that hollow. I mean, look at that. Wow. So we already know it's going to be one that I don't have because this is a new to me brand, but let's take a look at this color. Oh my goodness, I think there's even more in here. I was catching little twinkles of red somehow. Look at that color. There's definitely something twinkling in there in a little speckle of red. I don't know if that is another particle in here or what, but this is really, really pretty. So I'm excited to try this one. This strikes me as sort of a fall polish. So we're definitely going to add this to the collection. That is Mod Lacquer Streamlined. Next up, we have, we've got a Blue-Eyed Girl lacquer. This one is called Void Stuff. Ooh, so I actually don't have that much from this brand either, and I definitely don't have this one. This is a very unique polish. This is kind of like on the aqua side of a deep teal. This also has a lot of components in it. I'm seeing a pink to purple microflaky, plus there is a shimmer. So again, a lot going on in this. It is really, really pretty. So this is another one that is definitely going in my collection. That was Blue-Eyed Girl Void Stuff. We just continue the roll. This is awesome. All right, next up, ooh, I'm seeing a vibrant blue. Ooh. So this one is another one from Blue Eyed Girl Lacquer, and this is Believin' Won't Fly. Interesting. Look at this color. So I don't actually know what color the base is. Maybe a dark blue or maybe a deep, like blackened blue. I'm going to have to swatch this one to see for sure what all is going on in here, but look at that intense, vibrant blue glow. There's also a bit of maybe a pink to purple that I'm seeing at the edges, which I really don't think is going to come across on camera. But this is really pretty. I am curious to see how this will look on, but it's another one that I definitely don't have. So for the time being, we're going to add that to the collection. I'll give it a swatch and see how I enjoy it. But that one is Blue Eyed Girl, Believing Won't Fly. Next one, ooh, we've got one from Elevation Polish. I do have a few from this brand. This one is called Walk a Little Farther. And look at this one. So this is actually kind of hard to describe. I'm not sure if this is a very, very light blue or a very, very light like green almost. Yeah, I actually can't tell. It could also be an off-white. I know there's a blue shimmer in there. It's a really pretty shade. It's got sort of like a moon glow to it. You can see that bright flash there. There's also a bit of purple that I'm seeing flashing along the edges. So this is definitely one that I don't have and one that I want to at least swatch and see how I like it. I'll have to see how it ends up looking on the nail. What I like about these sort of hard to describe colors is once they're on and it has your skin to contrast against, a lot of times they look really neat on the nail. So I want to swatch this and see how I like it. That is Elevation Polish, Walk a Little Farther. Next one, ooh, we've got one from Literary Lacquers. This brand I have heard of. I think I have a couple of bottles from them. This one is called The Whole World and a Pair of New Skates. Ooh, look at the twinkles. So this is a like green leaning teal. You've got some silver holographic glitters in there. There's also a golden shimmer. Very pretty. This is one that I'm fairly certain I don't own either, so we're going to add that to the collection as well. We are continuing the rule. This is really impressive. So that is Literary Lacquers, The Whole World, and a Pair of New Skates. Next up, ooh, it's another one from Literary Lacquers. This one is called Shadow Girl. Ooh, look at that. So this is kind of like a dusty slate blue. You have a variety of glitters in here. I'm seeing holographic and metallic, maybe metallic. Yeah, I think the darker blues are just metallic, not the hollow, but look at all that hollow. It's a very fun mix against this slate blue. There might even be some matte in there. Very interesting mix, and definitely one that I don't have. I don't even have anything else remotely like this to do some comparisons of, so it should stand on its own. It's just a matter of if this is something that I could see myself wearing. So we're going to add that to the collection to swatch and see. That is one from Literary Lacquers, Shadow Girl. On to the next one. I think I see another from Literary Lacquers, this time in a green. Ooh, more glitter. This one is called Thermofish. And look at this shade of green. This is, again, kind of hard to describe. Kind of in the same family as the one from Bare Polish. That one was Thepons. So it's got that somewhat slight dusty lean to it. Maybe a pinch of blue like the one that I described in Bare Polish. This also has all of that glitter in here. So you've got hollow. And I think... does this one? Yeah, this one I think also has a golden shimmer to it. So this is another one that I definitely don't have, and I do really like this shade of green, so we're going to add that to the collection. That is Literary Lacquers, Thermofish. Next up, ooh, I think I've got another green and another from Literary Lacquers. So this is a brighter shade of green, kind of in the Peridot family. Kind of. I think this is more like in the lime family by comparison to the one from Cupcake Polish, which was Denver. So this one I might not like. And the reason I say that is I had one from Never Enough that was a very similar limey green that I loved in the bottle, but I really didn't enjoy on my skin tone for some reason. So we'll have to see how this ends up. We'll at least swatch it and see, but let's just see the name first. This one is called Who, Which, What's It? So this is a lime green hollow. I think this might be just a lime green hollow. I don't really think I see any additional components in here, so we'll have to at least swatch it and see how I like it. But yeah, I get the feeling this one might be on the chopping block, but we'll have to see. That one was Literary Lacquers, Who, Which, What's It. Next up, ooh, I think another one from Literary Lacquers, and I'm actually not sure which label is their newest one, but we have 2 variations on the book logo. I like both. I am a book fan, so I love the inspiration. So the next one is Luggage for Your Journey, and this is an interesting shade, kind of like a gingerbread color. There's a pinch of like a yellow leaning brown to this. There is a load of glitter. There's hollow. This is interesting. So it's got some hollow glitter in there. I'll have to see how I like this one on. There's also, I'm seeing like red speckles down here, so there could be like a shimmer component. This is definitely one that I'm going to have to swatch on me and see if I like it. It's a very unusual color. I could see this being very nice though in the fall. So we're going to keep it to swatch and see. That is another from Literary Lacquers, Luggage for Your Journey. Next one. Ooh, another from Literary Lacquers. We are expanding my collection from them. This one is called Ant Beast, and this is interesting. So this is another one that's actually kind of hard to describe. Maybe like a pewter silver. There's a bunch of different components. You have holographic, and again with like a scattering of a micro flaky, which might or might not come across on camera. I think you can kind of see the little speckles of rainbows. But this is another very interesting shade. We'll have to see how I like this one on, but it's another one that I definitely don't have. So we're going to add this to the collection to at least swatch and see. So that was Literary Lacquers, Ant Beast. Next up, ooh, maybe like a periwinkle shade. And another one from Literary Lacquers. This one is called Sky of the Sky. Ooh, look at that. So not really a periwinkle, maybe a cornflower blue, and look at all the shimmer in there. Hopefully at least some of that is coming across. I'm seeing rainbows from the hollow, and then there is some micro flakies. I'm seeing like a brighter shade of blue right there. Hopefully some of that's coming across. There is beautiful rainbows in this one. This shade is really beautiful as well. It is a dusty light cornflower blue. So another one that I definitely don't have, so we're going to add that to the collection. This is a lovely shade. That is Literary Lacquers, Sky of the Sky. Next up, ooh, we've got another from Elevation Polish. Look at the hollow on this one. This one is called The Sea Was Red. Look at that. So this is kind of like a brown rust color, absolutely jam-packed full of hollow, and I think there might even be a shimmer component in there that has a red face on that side of the bottle. This is beautiful. Let's see it on the wand. So this kind of has like a gingerbread quality to it as well, but this is definitely more on the bronze side of a gingerbread. Let's see that gingerbread color for comparison. Oh yeah, by comparison, this is completely different. This one actually has more of like a green lean to it when compared to the one from Elevation. So very different. This is for sure one that I want to see swatched. I do have a lot of hollows in this, we'll call it a range, but again, sometimes with hollows, it's very hard to pinpoint the colors because the holographic itself, the hollow pigment, has so much flash of rainbows. Sometimes it can be hard to pinpoint the actual color of the base. So we'll have to see how it ends up looking swatched, but we're going to add that to the collection. That was Elevation Polish. The Sea Was Red. Next one. Ooh, we have another from Literary Lacquers. This one is called Lurid Fog. And this is another interesting shade, somewhat of a like deep green teal, maybe with some gray. Yeah, this is hard to describe, but look at all the shimmer, and again with hollow in this one. This one we will definitely have to swatch and see how I like it, but there is a lot going on. You have a pink to purple flash in there. I actually think it might be two different components, but a similar flash, because I'm seeing a smaller shimmer particle and then a larger shimmer particle, maybe even a micro flaky. This is really, really pretty though. We'll have to swatch it and see how it ends up looking on me. It could lean like it's smoky teal blue, or this could lean green. It's an interesting color, so we're going to keep that to at least swatch and see. That was Literary Lacquer's Lurid Fog. Next one. Ooh, I think we've got another from Literary. Look at that. This is a beautiful shade of green called Lake of Shining Waters. This is beautiful. Let's see, how did this compare to, was it Bliss? Yeah, I think that one was Mimi. So similar tones of green. They do appear different in the bottle. Mimi has that golden flash to it, which I don't see in Lake of Shining Waters, but a very similar tone, and I really like this shade of green. So the one from Literary Lacquers also has a scattering of like a blue micro particle in there that's going to add a beautiful twinkle. This is definitely one that I don't have, and I love this shade, so we're going to add that to the collection as well. That was Literary Lacquers Lake of Shining Waters. All right, one more, and then we're going to have to break this up into two parts. It is getting pretty late, so I am in need of a break, but let's go ahead and do at least one more, because we are just on a roll with these bottles here. Let's see. We've got a glam polish. Nice. This one is Sleeping Beauty. So Glam Polish is another of my favorite brands, and I don't think I have this one. This is stunning. So it is a multi-chrome with hollow. I don't know if any of that beautiful rainbow is coming across. Look at all the colors. So I'm seeing fuchsia, purple, pink, green, plus you have the hollow. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the green there. Wow. This is dazzling. I love this one. I'm glad we decided to do one more. So this is, in case you hadn't guessed, going in the collection for sure. That is Glam Polish Sleeping Beauty. All right, so that is 42 polishes in part one. I think there's more than 60 polishes in here because we've done 1.5 levels, and I still have one full level down here plus 9 bottles up here. So my math brain is going to fail me because I'm sleepy. But I'm pretty sure this has more than 60 bottles, so I'm really excited to see what else we have. We only have one bottle that I'm fairly certain I have, but I do need to double check on that, and the rest of the 41 bottles are all over here on the keep pile. So wow. Very, very impressed. We ran into quite a few new to me brands. If any of those were familiar to you, definitely let me know down below. I'm always curious to learn about new brands, see what your favorite colors are, if they have any you think I should check out. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at some beautiful polish. If you're new, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and I will see you in that next one.